What's up with it? Happy Friday night to you all. Boo! Dodgers. Yay! Lakers. Lucas showed out tonight. Dave Roberts, his typical managing mistake. Weak bullpen going to leaving a starter in too long ass. Anyway, what's up with it, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up, man? Talk to me. I'll talk back. We got KP Video News coming on tonight. He was on the sports channel the other night. We had a good show. But he'll be showing up tonight. What's up with it? What's up with it? Ahmad, what's up with you, homie? JRL, what's up with it? I'm feeling better today than I did yesterday. B60. Is that what that say? Boom. What up with it? What's up with it, y'all, man? Y'all ain't got no questions. Y'all ain't got no topics. What's up? Talk to me. Let me know what y'all want to talk about while I bring KP Video News up in here.
Hey, what's up?
What up, man?
It's all right, man. I had to get my my light and everything all set up over here.
It
Had
looked
to
like
get
you
my
had to put your attire on, man.
hey man, I had to get my moonshine, man, and my straw.
Oh, that's right.
Oh man. Yeah. What's shaking, brother? You already in?
Yeah, I just started. Man.
Oh, okay. Yep. So how you been, brother?
Better today than I was yesterday, thank God.
Yeah, yeah. One day at a time, Jack. You getting
Yeah.
there. Yep. Oh man. Well, how about your boys, man? What you think?
Man, I just think the manager left the pitcher in too long like he always do. Same thing he used to do to Kershaw, and everybody blamed Kershaw. He threw
uh,
40 pitches in the first inning, so you should have your eye on that dude already, man. There's
yeah.
no way he should have still been in that game in the last inning, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's getting a little conservative. Uh, he's changing. He's That's one thing I can say. He's getting a little conservative on that end of it, as far as like leaving pitchers in. Like I said the other day, or was that earlier today, about him leaving Yamamoto in for the whole game. You know, but they had that game well at hand, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, when your pitcher throw a lot of pitches, you know he's tired. That's the World Series. Your whole staff is rested, you know. But
Yeah, yeah, yep,
I don't put it 100% on the management because the bullpen is trash.
yeah. You think so?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they had a pretty decent bullpen.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
Hmm. Well, I think you know, let's vent and get this out the way. But I'm thinking he'll probably come back and uh and have a bullpen game tomorrow.
Already? No way. I
he'll,
hope
pro-
not.
he'll probably try to use the whole bullpen, man.
I sure hope not.
He probably gonna panic and try to use everybody.
Man, he got
Uh,
Yamamoto. He got Glassnow. Glassnow's very underrated. And then he still got Otani. He better not have no bullpen game.
Analytics.
Man, he better
Gotta
not.
have
Somebody might assassinate that fool. He do that.
gotta have an analytics game, Jack.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I'm just talking. I'm just talking, but I can see it. I can see it happening because these guys.
He better
Once
not.
he get that phone call from the owners of the team, and they cuss him out, they gonna cuss him out real good tonight. Uh, you know, even Jive Magic might have gave him a call.
Man. Yeah, that didn't make no sense to me, but even after he took him out, the bullpen couldn't hold no ground.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't understand that manager, man. People really think he good, but behind the scene, a whole lot of people will text me saying, "Man, why Roberts do this? Man, Roberts is trash. Man, here come another Roberts mistake." And I'm like, why these people don't come out in public and say this stuff? That way, the people
yeah,
who think I'm unjustifiably criticizing him will know that I got a good point. But
yeah. I'm laughing because I know you don't like him. You
nah,
know, it's like,
everybody know that. Everybody know that.
oh man,
He makes a lot of crucial mistakes, but if you're
yeah,
not an everyday serious fan or you don't have no money on the game, you'll never notice the mistakes. You'll never notice how many times he messes up. But
yeah.
you can even hit Google or hit AI about Dave Roberts, and it'll pop up about he has more controversial calls than any other manager in the league. That should tell it all.
Mm.
But anyway, I don't want to talk about him. That's gonna ruin my night. Gonna make my neck hurt.
That's why I said you need to go ahead on and vent, man, and get it on out. Get it on out. You know, this is therapy, bro. That's
Yeah,
therapy, man.
yeah, but not in the condition I'm in right now. I don't need no stress, no fevers, no headaches.
Yeah.
But what's up, everybody in the comment section is speaking. I'm listening to KP. Uh, and so you guys know the reason why you don't see my face. I'm not in the best of shape right now. I don't want to be in front of a camera. And
Yep.
you know,
I'm here to
I was
I'm
asked.
here to I'm
I
here to
was,
help you out, brother.
yeah, absolutely. We had a good show last night on the sports channel.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I mean, we talked about sports and a few other things, you know, but we really didn't do no handicapping.
Oh no,
We didn't do no capping. We didn't do no capping at all.
I didn't know you wanted to. We sure could have
Yeah.
with the NFL coming up Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just being real about it. I was just talking, man. I ain't that good at handicapping. I ain't gonna lie. I just pick and I just go with my feelings. You know, I'm not like a professional like you got some guys that study and you know they get all the different betting sheets and they go through the whole thing. I'm not really that deep into it, you know. I'm a hunch better.
Well, well, you know
Yeah.
what? People don't really do it like that no more. Now you got AI. You got all these apps that have
Hmm.
all the information crammed
Yeah.
right there and give you the answers to who you think gonna win and who you think gonna score, all that old stuff. Like you said about Dave Robert, analytics. So
Hmm.
a lot of people betting and doing their research off of AI. But
Yeah. Yeah.
AI is just like it's like a human that ain't that smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a human with a good memory, but not necessarily smart. You know,
Yeah.
good memory don't make you smart.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just
AI, I mean, it's all computerized, but still, when it comes down to it, you know, you still have to make your decision on what,
yeah.
you know, whether you're going to listen to AI or whether you're going to follow your mind or
Oh
not.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, no matter what it is, whatever sport it is, it's still a human element to the game. And officials who also make mistakes, if not rig the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the other night you said no matter what you did, 5 teams, you win 5 out of 6,
Oh,
6 out of 7. So
yeah.
you
Yeah.
you are a handicapper. You just don't go off into your deep research.
Right. 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 I did have a guy on my job once that he won about $600,000, man, at
Damn.
handicapping at the racetrack. He had a pick six that had carried over and carried over and carried over because nobody hit it. And I was looking at this dude, man, with these sheets. He had these books and scratch sheets and shit every day. And then he went and he won, man. He won. He hit that money. And I was amazed. I knew I had my stepfather's brother hit for 40 grand, like around 92 over at Hollywood Park on Pick Six. But this cat hit at Hollywood Park for over $500,000, man. And that was phenomenal. That's big. That's life-changing money, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He felt so good. He even gave his ex-wife some money. So, you know, he was feeling good.
Well, KP, my longtime viewers, they know who you are. They know your story. They seen our interview. But Benny Bang said, "Give us your story, KB. Where are you from?" He don't know you.
Oh yeah. I'm from originally from Chicago, but I grew up in Inglewood, California. Product of Morningside High School. Graduated in '75. I used to roll back in the day with the original Chain Gang and the early on the original family, Inglewood family back in the day. But I walked away. I started having kids early, man. So I walked away from the life. But one thing about living the life is, and you out there in the streets and you out there banging, just because you stopped don't mean the people that are your ops or the people that you have issues with stop. So it's not like you can just turn it off and on like a light switch. So I got into several other issues after I walked away from the hardcore streets. But I flipped my game into something else, outside of banging. I started hustling, doing whatever I could to make that dollar. And, but, hey, here I am today, man. I got those years. Thank God for that. I got those years, of life and experience behind me now. But yeah, I'm from Inglewood. Yeah.
So you still here and in good health. So that's a great thing. I got two comments I want to address real quick. Robbie said, man, I was hoping you'd come on, Kev. To all Dodger fans, y'all still believe in Dave No Coaching Roberts? Find a new team. He's a bum. I agree with half of that. I agree with half. And the other one is, I can't read their name, but he said, I just turned 19. Just tuned in your stories. Keep me moving swift out here. Much respect, OG. Yeah, man. Stay wise and stay awoke, man, and do the right thing, man. Sometimes taking shortcuts in life don't do nothing but set you back. Michelle, what's up with you?
Oh, Michelle in the house. What's up, Michelle? See, I can't see everything, so you got access to that. I can't see all of that here for some reason.
All right, here go a question I always ask. Benny Bang said, what was the Chain Gang's main hustle before the crack era, and did the Chain Gang turn family?
All right, well, the main hustle was weed and them sticks, that Sherm back in the day before the crack era. But that the whole thing about the name change, and you're gonna probably, you're gonna get different interpretations of why we changed the name from the Chain Gang to the family. But what I know personally, the guys came to me and said the reason why they wanted to change the name was because they wanted to get the word gang out of it, Plus, we didn't want to have a C in the name, So, because, the guys on the other side had that C, so we couldn't use that. And so I had floated using Blackstone Rangers. But at the time, I didn't know that it was Blackstone Rangers in Los Angeles that was down by the jungle. I had no idea. Me being from Chicago, that's what the name I wanted to use. And another name that I had was the Racketeers, and that was another gang that I was involved in Chicago, but when I was a kid. And that Racketeers is still going on right in my old neighborhood, but they're Racketeer Stones right now.
Man, I
Black
mean,
Stone.
y'all wasn't selling Red Devils back in your day.
No, we was getting them free. We was getting them free from the white dudes that was afraid of us.
Damn.
That used to give us drugs daily, all kind of free drugs. The Red Devils wasn't the hustle for us, you know. It was the weed, and then later on the Sherm.
You know,
And actually, Angel Dust first. Dust.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the irony of the Chain Gang wanting to get rid of the gang in their name. Inglewood family eventually added gang to their name.
They added it back. Years later, they added it back. They sure in the heck did. They added it back, and they added. Matter of fact, they had family gang, and they turned into Family Gangsters.
Yeah, gangsters.
So they took it all the way. They did a 180 on that, a 360 really. Went all the way back to that. But you know, it was a different era, man. You know, I was actually the 13th member of the Chain Gang, because it was originally the Dirty Dozen. So, you know, and the Chain Gang started at Morningside High School. However, the guys that came up with the name of the family were the branch that went to Inglewood High School. It was two high schools in Inglewood, Morningside and Inglewood High School. We were all together, you know, the two high schools, we were all together. And but later on, like if you look at it now, the guys that were in my area end up becoming Crenshaw Mafias, like in the late 80s, I guess, mid 80s. They became Crenshaw Mafia. Those were the little guys that was watching us doing what we was doing, you know, and they came along and created their own little set. Then if you went like around 110th and Prairie down the street from Morningside, then you had the Center Park Bloods over there. But originally it was all Chain Gang from 76th Street all the way to 120th in Crenshaw. So
did you ever hang with Gangsta West?
Yeah, without a doubt. You talking about Wesley Logan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, without a doubt. He was he only like a couple of years older than me, so.
Oh, he's older than you?
Yeah.
Damn, he looked young.
Yeah. He was like one of the originals. You had Wesley Logan, Ronald Carr, Jan Brewer, Crazy Eddie Linscomb. Let's see who else. Dirty Red. I said Ronald Carr, huh? Larry Drawhorn, and let's see. Alden Roberts' older brother, Chris Roberts. Let's see. You know the Roberts family. Let's see who else. Davion. Let's see. Wow. And then, you know, Little Caesar came along a couple of years later. But though, you know, we used to have a lot of good times, man. You know, parties and, you know, having fun and going to all the shows, because Inglewood had a lot of shows, a lot of movie theaters, you know. They had the Imperial show was actually in the area where you would call the IVCs on Imperial and Crenshaw. And you had the Fifth Avenue show on Manchester. And then you had the Academy show right there on Crenshaw in Manchester. And then you had about 3 other shows downtown Inglewood.
Right.
So, you know, we was doing that, man. And but we always stuck together. And the reason we stuck together and we were so close and so tight was because originally we were outnumbered by the white guys in the neighborhood. So, you know, we stuck together and single-handedly would, you know, when you start looking at it collective with all of us hanging together, the basketball players, football players, and that's what Pookie was talking about one time when he did an interview, and he said they came up to Morningside and they got into it with the Monarchs, and I think he was believing that the Monarchs was a gang, but the Monarchs were the Lettermen, the guys that played on the football teams and basketball team, and they used to wear these red and white Letterman's jackets that had Monarchs on it. So I think he mistook them for a gang. It was not a gang. And the guys he said there were grown men. No, those wasn't grown men. Those were guys on the basketball team that was bigger than grown men. You know what I'm saying? They had that size on them.
Well, you know, that make a lot of sense. I ask a lot of people. I even asked Little Caesar, how come the original West Side Crips thought that the Chain Gang was older? Even Tookie thought they was older than them. But now that you're saying they were basketball players, you know, they would have the height. And a lot of them look older anyway. It's like they
look exactly.
Yeah. So maybe that's what it was.
Right. Like he mentioned, if you go back and you look at that video he did when he was talking about the Chain Gang and talking about Morningside, he mentioned a guy named TJ. Now, TJ Jackson was played football. He was on the football team, and he wasn't really a big, tall dude, but he was like, you know, like wide, like Muggsy Bogues, you know, wide at the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, TJ was one of my big homies. You know, they got me started on lifting weights and all that, and you know, trying to do more, you know, just staying fit and taking vitamins and all that. So I think that was one of the things that kind of helped me a lot, even though I was using a lot of drugs. I was also using vitamins and exercising every day. You know, and before things got really bad, when the drugs started kicking in real hard, I guess I probably got up to about, I'm gonna say 18s, but probably 17 and a half.
Okay.
Oh man. But when all that other extracurricular stuff kicked in, man, I dropped that weight so fast, make your head swim, you know, along with the rest of LA. Cause I remember there used to be some beautiful chicks, man. You know, in Los Angeles. And then when that era hit, man, the women that if you saw them 6 months later or a year later, you couldn't even recognize them from all that smoking they was doing. It was sad, man. It was real sad, bro. It's real sad. Now, some of the ones that survived it, you know, they got their bodies back right and they got their heads on straight. They got grandkids now, you know, so it's a whole thing, bro.
So I want to say this. What does it say? Southern California 970. He said Tookie said they were grown men. So let me tell you this: not only does KP know him, not only did Little Caesar know him, but other names that I came across and ran their birthdays, they weren't older than them. They were from the same era. So that's a myth. You could write that down and dispel that one. I don't like I said, I don't know why Tookie and Pookie and Mike Concepcion them thought that, but it's reasonable with KP, how KP explained it.
Yeah. Now it's two mysterious guys, and I'm gonna say mysterious because they were mythological to me, and they always talk about Tank and
I knew you was gonna
Tank
say
and Huey and them. I'm like, I ain't never seen them niggas myself personally.
Tank and Huey ain't myths, man. They just stayed by our hood. So they were far away from you.
Yeah, well, they was on that side. Cause see, that's what you have to remember. 76th Street is the borderline between Inglewood and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, correct.
So if you was on one side of 76th Street, you know, and I'm messing up. If you was on one side of 76th Street, then you went to Crenshaw. If you're on the other side of 76th Street, you went to Inglewood.
Yeah.
But a lot of guys before they did the integration thing, Inglewood was segregated, so all the black kids went to Morningside, all of them.
You also had Inglewood family on 76, but a little to the east on 76, you had Rolling 60s.
Yeah, so that's a dangerous little neighborhood. That's where Border Rat and them over in that area.
Yeah, the 7-7.
Yeah. Yep. But that's my homeboy Kelton, his cousin. Border Rat is his cousin. But if you go look at that video I was telling you about when I did the thing about the Atkinson boys.
That was you. Okay. My OG homegirl was asking me about the Atkinson boys, and I said I don't remember who brought that up. So it was you, right?
Yeah.
She know him.
Yeah.
She know him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without a doubt. And they were like okay. The thing about the Atkinson boys was that in the area where they live, you had a couple of OG Inglewood Crips. You had Michael Christian, you had Tim Cozine. Let's see, you had Lonnie Keelan, and what's the other guy's name? Doggone it, he used to be with Kenny Robinson all the time. Leon Watkins. They lived in that area. The Atkinson is like one street east of Crenshaw, between 109th and the shopping center there.
So let me stop you. So you knew Leon Watkins. You know I interviewed him on here, right?
Yeah, I know Leon. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
And you knew Lonnie Keelan, because a lot of people don't know Lonnie Keelan.
Right. Lonnie Keelan was the shot caller. He was supposed to be Raymond Washington's cousin. Right. Yeah.
And he had sisters that went to Morningside, right?
I don't know anything about his sisters.
All right.
I don't know anything about them. All I know is that all those guys looked up to Lonnie.
Yeah.
And they went, they hung out around his house and,
they got the cripping from Lonnie Keelan.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
You're right. So they lived in that same area, but they dealt with them, and then they had to also deal with the original Watergates, but they wasn't called Watergates originally. They was just West Side Crips that stayed on the other side of Imperial, on east of Crenshaw, and then later on Imperial west of Crenshaw, that ended up becoming the IVCs.
Right.
But what's his name? Doggone it. Jerome, the guy named Jerome, that was the guy I was talking about in the interview that got drafted by Tookie. I mean, that got drafted by Raymond Washington. What was Jerome's last name? I can't think of his name. They used to just call him Big Jerome. They used to lift weights all the time. And, he was upset with me. I didn't know who Raymond Washington was. He came up to the school. I didn't know who he was. All I know is I had a good conversation with him and, left it at that.
You knew Philip McCain?
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Philip McCain and his brother Big Nose Perry, they stayed down by Manchester and 7th Avenue. Yeah. So they were in the heart of family territory.
Yeah, and he still stayed there up until he died.
Yeah. Perry did too. Yeah.
All right. I don't know Perry.
Yeah. Big Nose Perry. Perry used to hang out with Hilton Booker and Larry's Price.
Okay. I know Hilton Booker.
Yeah, those three used to be together all the time. Yeah.
Hilton Booker claimed Magnificent Seven.
I don't know how he claimed that, but I don't know what he sounded like. He was set jumping because he was an Inglewood Crip.
Yeah, he probably did, but yeah, he claims Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
West Side Crip.
Yeah, well, you have to ask Cutes about that if he was officially, if he was officially that or not.
I did, but Cutes kind of circled around, kind of say he was, but he wasn't. So I didn't. I
Yeah,
just left it alone.
yeah. I would say that probably Keith Iverson was more of a eight tray than than Hilton,
Yeah.
because Keith Iverson he was hanging out with O'Neal and Erskine and them.
Mm.
Yeah, he was the one that printed up that those flyers that I was telling you about that had Took in them on it,
Hmm.
that had got circulated around LA. Keith Iverson was the one that printed them up. He printed them up at Morningside in the print shop. Yeah,
Man.
yeah. And they was sort of like almost like baseball cards with gangsters on
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
it. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, man, it was a different time and a different era, and we used to box a lot. And when the gunplay came into it, that was it still wasn't as deadly as what happened, as deadly as it was.
You still there? Or I'm not there. You guys, y'all, can y'all hear me? We cool or
I
what?
can hear you. I can hear
Yeah.
you.
All
All
right.
right. My,
Your
my phone
phone
had went
went.
black. Yeah,
Yeah.
my phone went black. I just plugged it in. So I got 84%. I don't know why that sucker went dead like that.
Mm.
But anyway, yeah, it was a different era, man. It was just a totally different era. Uh, I think a lot of the stuff that guys was doing, it was influenced by heavy use of those Red Devils, and drinking that silver satin,
Mm.
drinking that bitter dog, man. You know,
Mm.
and then you had some cats that was doing a lot of huffing too. So that that made a lot of stuff kicked off, but mostly it was them doggone Red Devils, man, that started all the fights.
Mm.
Yeah, you knew it was gonna be something, man, when somebody said, "Oh man, you just stepped on my biscuits," you know, you stepped on my shoes. So when you heard that, you knew it was time to fight.
Yeah.
It's time, Jack. You know,
And one thing about a brother, he didn't want his shoes stepped on.
yeah.
And,
And even if
and
even if nobody even if nobody stepped on his shoes, they was gonna say it anyway.
sometimes somebody step on your foot, that shit really hurt, man.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
like 2 or 3 seconds. So you be like, that's why you get fired on so quick.
Yeah, yeah. Well, cats, back in the day, man, they wasn't wearing them but some old Tom McCann
Yeah.
biscuits. It wasn't like they had some Stacey Adams on. So,
Nah, but you gonna feel it.
Flag Brothers.
And I remember when I was
uh,
young, like high school or junior high school, you get some brand new shoes, you can
yeah.
guarantee somebody was gonna step on your foot.
Yeah, and you better not get no white tennis shoes, man. They definitely want to try to step on them.
Absolutely. Then they
Yeah,
don't understand when you push them or you hit them. Like, fool,
right,
you gonna
right,
clean them? You gonna bend
right.
down and clean them, motherfucker?
Yeah, yep.
I don't know if the Dodgers are rebound, man. They should, but I don't know if they're rebound game too. Like I
Yeah,
always tell you guys, or like I mentioned the other night, in this game, I think the Dodgers have a slight advantage. But when it comes to managing, they both bum managers. So you always got to beware of either Dave Roberts making a bozo move or going to a weak bullpen at the wrong time, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm not
that's only one game. That's only one game. So
yeah, I'm not
that's
confident they win game two, but I'm pretty
yeah,
confident they win one in Toronto though.
yeah, yeah. That's only one game. So it ain't no use in panicking. That's only one game.
Yeah.
That's the first game. That's it. So now, you just got to keep on pushing. Yeah,
But you know, Uh, Snell did good in the playoffs, but
Mhm.
you got a hell of a pitching staff, and everybody had rest. Snell shouldn't have been the number one pitcher in the World Series. That means he's your ace. You
Mhm.
got Yamamoto, the best pitcher from the Japanese league. You got Otani. I wouldn't have started Otani, but I would have started Glasnow, man. Glasnow's so underrated, and he's probably the most consistent pitcher on the staff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you
We'll
know, I
see.
mean,
We'll see. Cause
yeah,
it's like it's 2 games back to back. They play again tomorrow. Then they're gonna have a little break, and then it's 3 games in LA. So we'll
yeah,
see.
Yamamoto's good. He might be able to pull it off, but
Yeah.
them Blue
Yeah.
Jays can hit like no team we ever faced.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got hitters out of the world, man.
Hmm.
But
That little bitty cat was the one that surprised me.
oh, Kirk,
The little bitty stubby dude.
that's Kirk. Kirk can hit. Kirk is clutch,
Yeah.
man. Remember, I
Yeah.
told you yesterday they got a lot of clutch hitters.
Yeah.
See, that's what the Dodgers are lacking. Remember, I was saying how we got good players, but they all slump. Betts go in the
Mhm.
slump. Freeman go in the slump. Otani go in the slumps.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
them don't.
Mookie Betts in a slump. Shit.
I mean,
Too.
that's just part of their game. We got
Yeah.
to ride them while they hot, and Dodgers was hot until they had this long break.
Yeah. 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 But
But
yeah, man, I'm from a different era when it comes to that banging, though. Different era. Original, the original Crips that used to come, they were bald headed. They had cut all their hair off, so it was real easy to tell, you know, back in that
mm,
time because like everybody was wearing big afros, you know.
mm,
So they had their hair all cut off bald, and then they started wearing the deuces, the ace deuce hats, and the croaker sacks shoes. Um, what was we wearing at the time? Doggone those those chucker boots. You remember those chucker boots?
uh,
They was made out of suede.
not wallabies.
Wallabies, yeah. We used to wear wallabies. Wallabies and wallabies and Levi's and beige
Yeah,
khakis and B-15 bomber jackets.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love my wife. What up with it?
Man. So how many people you got in there, man? I can't see nothing on here.
68.
Y'all need to come on in here, man, and go on and try to help a brother out, man. Go on and drop Kev a little coffee money. So,
Yeah,
a little coffee money, man. A little Cash App coffee money up in here
we don't get the 200 viewers like we used to, but
on
yeah,
a Friday night.
yeah, I ain't mad at them. I've
Yeah.
been taking a lot of breaks, and I've been,
uh,
as y'all say, under the weather. But
yeah. Yeah. But you getting
it's
better.
all
You know.
good, man. We still here. We got some loyal viewers, some long time viewers. We got
Yeah.
we got our crew.
How many ladies you got in the house tonight? I can't
I'm
see.
I don't see none but Michelle, man.
Michelle. Michelle is loyal. What's up,
Uh,
Michelle?
we spoke on it last night on the sports channel. I'm bummed out on this gambling scandal, man. KP,
Oh
you want to talk about it?
yeah. Man, you know what? Only thing I want to say about that is that this when it comes down to the FBI bringing up charges on anybody, they don't come unless they didn't dotted all the I's and cross all the T's. This means that investigation has been going on for a while, and they've been gathering information and focusing on all that. So I just don't know how deep this thing is going to get, but I do know Fed charges are not charges that you can easily dismiss. I feel sorry for Chauncey Billups because I thought he had more sense than that. The other guys, when you start looking at what they were doing, It's like, you giving out information about other players, and that part of what Chauncey was doing had nothing to do with the game of basketball. But the other guys they got him rolled in with for some reason had something to do with something else, other type of gambling. And that's the part that got me confused. How they lumped all that in together.
Oh, that's how the feds do. They try to pump it up to be this big old huge case, but yet all these people arrested, we don't see no mafia faces being arrested. Why they don't have no posters like they do in the hood when all the brothers get arrested? They talking about these dudes at Gambino, top 5 crime families in New York. Well, let's see them get arrested. Let's see their faces. But like I told you last night, I don't want to say I corrected you, but I told you yet. We got to add the word yet to your statement. He hasn't been brought up on basketball charges yet. And the reason why I'm saying that is, like I said last night, Chauncey Billups is the worst coach ever. He pulls his best players. He puts in bombs. He don't call timeouts when his team is messing up. And he don't get mad at them. So I personally am of the belief that Chauncey was meddling in the basketball games. Whether he gets charged or not, he probably won't be charged. But I can tell you that's not how you coach an NBA game, man.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We're gonna see. I mean, he, man, it when you look at the story and you what happened, about the situation, and then you look back, it's real easy. It seems like it's real easy to see that what you're saying.
Well,
it's real easy to see was something shaky was going on. In other words, it'll give you more. It makes more sense. It makes more sense.
To me, it's validity that what I was saying is true. And like I said, I'm on record. I'm on another channel over a year ago talking about Chauncey doing that, and now he gets caught up in the scandal. First thing I thought was I knew it, but he's not being charged with fixing basketball games yet.
Yeah, and the other guys that did, one of the guys he had already played. He played the game, and then he ended up like on the coaching staff over there at Cleveland. Can't remember his name, but he was there when LeBron was there, and that's what they got him on, like telling people when that LeBron is hurt, he ain't gonna be able to play tonight. So that gave people a chance to change their bets.
Right.
So
I gave them a chance to put their money on. Some of them didn't have to change the bet; they was waiting on the tip.
Yeah, once they got the tip, but then so a guy on one of those channels on sports channels was saying that it's a possibility, man, that the league is going to have to be a little more upfront and start releasing the list of injuries and players that won't be playing in the games a lot more farther in advance. So therefore, these guys won't be able to use that type of information. See what I'm saying? At the and do it on that level. So people gonna bet. They're gonna bet. They're not gonna stop betting. They're not gonna stop watching the games. They're not gonna stop going to the games. And the few that might feel like, oh, this is a stain on basketball and this and that, blah. Man, you talking about a couple of people, man. When the NBA got about 500 players in it, I don't know exactly the number, but I'm just throwing a number out there like that. You can't down the whole league on something that a couple of players is doing. But they always try to generalize when it comes to black players, black people in general. They always try to lump us all into one big lump. Like they all do it. They all do it. They all do it. You see what I'm saying? It's a stereotype they put on us for some reason, and they don't put on nobody else but black folks.
Yeah, there's like 450 active NBA players and 540, that's on the roster. But I think it's more than just a couple dudes. A couple dudes been caught. Yes, you're right, but I believe it's a lot more than a couple. It's too rampant, and things happen
Yeah.
too often. And
Yeah. I'm not saying that they don't gamble. What I'm saying
I'm
is
talking about fixing
if this
game.
if this thing was deeper than what they would have brought forth a whole, like they did the dudes down in Atlanta. They would have came up with a whole RICO case. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yeah, I
not
feel
really
you.
making this a RICO case.
I feel you, but because these dudes got 100 million or more in their career, I think some of them was just a little too smart to make it so obvious that they were participating in stuff. Keep in mind, the dude Damian Jones, he had admitted to it. He did an interview about it, so they knew about him. We don't
Hmm.
see none of the other players doing no interview talking about putting money in their friends' pockets
Hmm.
and you bringing me some money after the game. He fucked himself.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
the rest of them dudes, I don't know. Like they said, there's more coming. There will be more coming. So
Yeah.
it's dudes shitting their pants right now.
Right. Right. Yeah. If they
But
know they've been connected to the key players that they already mentioned, yeah, they shaking.
yeah,
Downright they're shaking. If
and
they've been
then
involved.
and
Yeah.
then if they've been investigating for 2 years, let's do the math. Donald Trump been off in office how long? 8 months?
Yeah. Well, 10 months now.
Ten,
Yeah.
okay, 10 months. 10 months.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's 10, but maybe
Well,
10.
it's nine going on 10. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say 10 months. That means this investigation was going on under the Biden administration.
Hmm.
Took them a
Yeah.
while. Took them a while to get the info they needed. Right. I think it's a distraction to the Epstein files, man.
Yeah.
This fool is shut. I'm not gonna say he shut down the government, but he's part of the government shutdown, and he's speaking on everything but the Epstein files that the MAGA wanted him to run on.
Right. So he done lost a lot of a lot of people, a lot of supporters, and turned their back on him because of this whole Epstein file situation, and because of his destruction of the economy, and because of all the people that are suffering right now. you know, and the majority of the people that's suffering are the ones that voted for him. All them farmers, the white farmers out there that voted for him, like 80% of the white farmers voted for him, and they losing all their help. They locking up all their helpers, and the ones that they ain't locking up, they scared to go there and help them work on the farms. Food, food is, a bag of groceries, man, that would cost you $20 now cost you damn near $40. So it's sick. It's sad. It's real sad, man. The state of the country where we at right now. You know,
Man, well,
it's a distraction.
that ballroom, he can help a whole lot of people out with that 350 million.
Yeah, you got the ballroom. Then he just gave Argentina something like what, 80 billion
Man,
dollars or something like that.
man.
That's a whole nother country. That ain't. He'd always talk about America first. Well, what happened
Hey,
to America first? You giving them all the money, and then you want to turn around and say, "Oh, by the way, we're going to start importing beef from Argentina now."
hey, man, what about blowing up one of them little boats out there, them fishermen boats?
Oh yeah, yeah, he
And
blowing up boats from
and two
Venezuela.
and
Yeah,
two of the fools on the boat don't even die. And then you let them go and return them with no charges filed. Man, what the hell is that?
man, look, the dude is trying to start a war between the United States and Venezuela because they got a dictator over there, and then they got two presidents in Venezuela right now. Two. They had an election, and one
Yeah.
guy decided I'm not leaving, and the other guy that got elected is like, well, I'm running things. The other guy's like, well, I'm still running things. This has been going on for about maybe five years now.
Yeah.
So he wants to go over there and try to like run the guy out that's not in cahoots with him, and the guy that he gave the money to, he can. Then he's upset about that that lady that won the Nobel Prize that was from Venezuela. He upset about that because for some reason he thought he was supposed to get the Nobel Prize after all the crap he's doing, snatching kids out of their beds and doing all this other stupid stuff. It's like, come on, man, you must be out of your damn mind. You think they're gonna give you the Nobel Prize?
Hey,
Yep.
man, I wouldn't put nothing past these people, man. That fool talking about he put sanctions on Colombia. He talking about he'd come after Colombia.
Yeah, well,
Hey, that fool is crazy, man. He be dead
you know,
serious too, though.
none of that stuff he doing makes any sense. None of it. And it's like they gave him a free reign. In other words, they gave him a blank check to do whatever he want to do. And it's going to take 10 years, man, maybe 15 years to fix all the madness that he's done in the last 10 months. And it's that bad. That's how bad it is. But, you know, and all you black folks out there that voted for him, your rights are gone. They steady. The Supreme Court is getting ready to vote on voters' rights again. And that's going to be, once they do that gerrymandering thing down in Louisiana, that's going to completely wipe out the whole Civil Rights Act. So that means we got to start all over again, fighting for the right to vote. This is crazy, man. It's crazy where we at right now. All that shit could have been avoided, but you didn't want to vote for a black woman. Come on, man.
I don't think America is ready for no woman, whether she black or white or Latino.
I'm just saying we would be in a hell of a lot better place right now if they would have voted for her.
No, I agree. At least, at worst case scenario, we would be the same as we've been the last.
We would have been the same. We would have, the same would have been better because right now we fucked. In a couple of weeks, well, actually next week, when November 1st hits, a lot of people in about 35 states will not be getting any food stamp money. They're already cutting out. The SNAP money. They're already cutting out Section 8s in a lot of states already. They'd eliminated Section 8s. Yeah,
it'll be all right. It's just temporary.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see.
Eventually they're gonna cut it all out, but for now they're not cutting it out. It's just it's that government money. They'll be all right. But
it's the states. I'm gonna tell you the states that's gonna suffer the most.
California.
All them states down. No, California ain't gonna suffer because California got the fifth largest economy in the world.
California.
In the world. But see, California can survive. This is what I'm saying. California can actually survive without getting help from the government. You see what I'm saying? They take money from California to subsidize Alabama, Arkansas, Mississippi, Georgia. All those red states in the South get money from California, Illinois, and New York. Those 3 states and Texas. Those 4 states are the states that subsidize the rest of the damn country.
Yeah, I seen that on TV.
So the states that's going to be suffering are the southern states. They're the ones that's going to be suffering the most. All the red states the red states are the states that get the most welfare, the most government subsidies. They're the ones that get the most. So those were his people that voted for him. So the people that voted for him are going to be the ones that suffer the most. 70% of welfare is collected by white people. 70%. So, they can always throw a black lady on TV on the news. They show a black lady holding a baby. But in reality, 70% of them are the ones getting the welfare checks.
Right. His MAGA base is getting that welfare.
They getting it, man. If you ever went to the South, the deep South, and you saw how some of those people was living, I'm talking about white people.
Oh yeah.
Man, you would not believe it. Them hillbillies down there, man, you would not believe the poverty they live in.
Yeah, I've been through there.
So when they see when they see us riding down the street in a brand new truck and they still riding in a 1949 pickup truck, oh, they be hot, man. They be hot.
Man, they be so behind because the fucking thinking and lack of education they got.
Yeah, but some of them dudes is getting over because you got them same cats that used to drink, make all that moonshine. They still making moonshine, but now
Oh yeah.
they growing a lot of marijuana down there
Mm.
because they know it's legal in a lot of states. So
Mhm.
they're selling it to the district, to the distributors.
What, you got a friend in the deep south, man?
Man, I got relatives in the South. Shit, I got relatives. As a matter of fact, one of my uncles just bought a whole big ass farm down in doggone Louisiana, man, a couple of years ago. I'm like, man, what the hell you doing?
Mm.
Louisiana just voted to keep slavery on the books
Yeah,
last
they
year.
did. Yeah.
Shit. So I'm like, man, you moved to the wrong spot, brother. But hey, he got to find out on his own, you know. So
Tory
he's
said Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia are the biggest recipients. I heard about West Virginia.
yeah, West Virginia, man, is boy. That used to be the number one coal mining spot in the country. And so Trump went down there telling people, yeah, we gonna I'm gonna make sure you be in the coal mines forever. And the old people was clapping, and the young people like, what? We don't want to be in no coal mines. And the young people in the South, what they do is they leave, they go join the military, and they join the military, man, to get away from those areas like that. And
Mm-hmm.
the people get upset with them when they leave because they like, you left us behind. Shit, man. If I'm living in a house that's up on blocks that got an outhouse in the backyard, and I go to the military, I'm getting 3 square meals a day. I'm living good. I'm getting a check. I ain't going back to that poverty. I'm gonna stay in the
Mm-hmm.
military for the next 20 years if I have to. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them don't go back, man. But yeah, it's bad. That first time I went to New Orleans, that was a shock because there was a lot of poverty then. I went, first time I went down there was like around 2004, and then 2003 because then Katrina hit the following year. I went a year before Katrina hit, and I was really shocked, man, at the poverty that was there. But I was happy to see that a lot of black people had jobs.
Well, they minimum wage out there is $7.25.
Yeah. Well,
So
but if you living in an area where the economy is cheap, then that $7 goes a long way. All the restaurants I
yeah,
went to, at the casinos, everywhere I went, man, black people was working, had jobs.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Well, I got a cousin in Lafayette, and
Hmm.
she's been working about 12 years, and she makes $7.25. She ain't had a raise the whole time she been working, and she
Yeah.
got 2 kids. She's struggling.
That's the federal minimum wage, and that's what they've been trying to get them to raise. That's the
Bro,
federal minimum wage nationwide is $7.25, I believe.
yeah,
But
but,
that's
and you
crazy.
in Vegas, so I'm telling the truth. You could go to a hamburger spot out here and get $18 out. You could go to Del Taco and get down there $20 an hour.
Right, right. So that's state by state. California's like $20 an hour at McDonald's. They voted on that about 2 years ago, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah,
Yeah,
but that 50 something dollars a month, hour, I mean $50 a day ain't making it for some people. You got to have
right, right,
multiple people in that house
right,
working.
right. But when you fall under the poverty level, just say like they call that the working poor. Say you get a certain amount of money, that means you still qualify to get government assistance.
Hmm.
And the only thing is you just can't lie about it. You got to tell them the truth and let them know you got a job. And then
Yeah,
they'll adjust it. They'll adjust it, and still give you some food stamps and stuff like that.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Keeper, what's up with it?
But yeah, man, we in a bad space. This shit is gonna crack. It's coming up real soon. I can just feel it. I can feel it. That this economy is getting ready to crash because it's just too much. It's too many. It's a little bit here, 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 a little bit there, and just you. How much more can you eliminate or take before the whole economy, man, just goes belly up. You know.
Yeah, fuck. They gonna try to hit my
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they gonna try to cut my shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. That was my phone, man. I'm sorry,
No,
man.
that
That
was my
happened, man. That
phone.
had nothing to do. Man, I'm trying to get you off the hook, bro.
My bad. Nah, that ain't. I just had to delete it.
Yeah.
eight
But yeah,
dollars an hour ain't gonna work for nobody. Forget the stamps you can buy them half off everywhere. That's true too. People that
yeah.
still get high still sell their stamps for 50 cents, 50%.
Yeah, but all that stuff is coming to an end, brother. You know, you got cats and you got, women and men and older adults that's been on Section 8 for 20, 25, 30 years. So they getting ready to get rid of all of that. That's going first. They already said it. Anybody that's been on Section 8 for 20 years, they getting ready to get cut off and they will not be able to get back on.
Well, they had time to save some money.
They had time to get their shit together. That's what they had time to do.
Yes, sir.
But they didn't because it was easy. And it's like, oh man, why should I go get a job when they giving me this $50 a month rent? Shit. And they paying the rest.
Ask the maggots in the deep south.
Yeah, man. Look,
in them trailer homes with the trees, forests all around them.
Exactly, with 8 or 9 pieces of cars all up on
cars look like junkyards.
Exactly, 5 or 6 junkyard dogs running around.
And they had what's that flag they be having? They be
Confederate
flag.
Confederate flag. Yeah, they got the kids running around. The kids don't get shoes until they get ready to start school. They run around barefoot like a motherfucker. You know, first time they put on a pair of shoes, man, their feet be hurting like a motherfucker.
Hey, some of my viewers had asked me about Pittsburgh when I went to Pittsburgh. So one thing striking that I actually enjoyed about Pittsburgh, like you might see a red flag, the Trump flag, but then you might see 2 or 3 blue Trump flags that say "fuck Trump." And then you see the black flags, I guess MAGA. Then you see black flags that still say "fuck Trump." I kind of got a kick out of that. Because these are neighbors. These are people living in the same community. Got these flags in their front yard and on their porch.
This country split right down the middle, brother.
Yeah.
Right down the middle. I think a lot more Republicans are jumping ship, getting away from that because they're suffering, man. If you just look on YouTube, all you got to do is scroll through YouTube and you will find hundreds of videos of white people on there apologizing to black folks. We made a mistake. You got Hispanics on there. Help us, black people. Asian lady on there last week. Help us, black people. You the only ones that can help us. You the only ones that always get results. We need your help. And black folks are like, they just sitting there. They're like, we ain't finna help y'all. We know if we do help you, all you're gonna do is turn around and kick us in the butt once you get back in power again. So no, we ain't finna help you. Help yourself. Like you tell us, pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Hey, let me say this, man. I seen a video today, and it was what appears to be a black ICE agent, and they were trying to wrestle down this Latino or Hispanic woman, right? And the black dude was just standing there, and he's participating. That's his job, right? So I'm reading the comments, and it was well over 200 comments saying, what's that black dude doing? He's a sellout. He ain't right. All this old shit. And my first thought was, do you know how many times Mexican police done fucked with us? Do you know how many times I went to the county jail when the Mexican deputies was fucking with us?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be that motherfucking blind that you see one black ICE agent and you tripping on black people. Motherfucking
Right.
Mexican police, especially the ones that shave their head bald, and even
Mhm.
some of the Asian deputies, man, they be on our ass worse than an old KKK redneck white boy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But see, that's that whole thing. That's that mentality, man, where they brainwash black people into hating each other, and one, no matter what, it's like if you own a business, there, black people have been programmed to walk past your black business to go to that white man's business down the street, thinking he gonna get a better deal when you got the exact same product, So
Mhm.
it's like it's really sad because I grew up in the era when all the stores in my neighborhood was owned by black people.
Yeah.
We owned everything in that neighborhood, and so fast forward now, when you go to certain areas, man, everybody else got a store in your neighborhood. Now you got Ukrainians that's starting to pop up in the hood, opening liquor stores up. Uh, you know, so all these people just suck all the money out the community, and so the community, man, look like a bomb dropped on it because the money is not being recycled in the community.
A lot
Uh,
of that we did to ourselves
we
because
did for
in,
sure.
in my community, I guess it resembled yours. We had black liquor stores, we had black cleaners, we had black hamburgers. Everything was black in my community when I was growing up, right? But
Mhm.
what was we doing on our way to school? Going in them stores and stealing?
Yeah, well, that went on. That went on, and it would. I don't think it really would have mattered who owned the store. That stealing was going to happen.
Well,
But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Though we can be our own worst enemy. You
yeah,
know.
and even I'm gonna get off point and go to your point. Yeah, it would still happen no matter who owned the liquor store, and that's why all them Asians in our community keep selling them motherfuckers because they tired of everything getting stolen.
Yeah, yeah.
His
Well, they
son and
they
all.
come with the disrespect. When they come with the disrespect, though, and that's the
No,
difference.
no, we're
Because
stealing. I'm gonna keep it 100. We're stealing because we don't have the money to support our alcohol habit when we hanging out in front of the house and on the porch getting drunk.
right, right. I'm gonna tell you when that whole thing switched over, man, in the mid 70s. Because prior to that, man, you could go get a job straight out of high school, or even if you didn't have a diploma, you can go get a job. I'm talking about good jobs, good paying jobs. But when the Hispanic population started increasing, and they were willing to undercut everybody at a lower cost. So just say if we was getting paid $4 an hour, they was willing to work for $1 an hour.
Yeah,
And the people that own those jobs, own those businesses, man, started hiring them. So, but now they want them gone because they started unionizing and started asking for more money. Now they don't want them here. So, but it's but who's gonna fill in the gap? It's a big gap right there. But I don't see too many brothers running down to these construction sites, which is what they should be doing, going to these construction sites, getting some of these jobs that are out there, because it's a lot of jobs out there that need to be filled. Even if you got to start at the bottom, hey, those are good paying jobs, man. Working on the construction sites, building houses and stuff.
man.
A lot of them guys, ain't there no more. They
I
gone.
don't, I don't think today's generation is raised to go do construction, man. Half them dudes don't even know how to put toast in a toaster.
Man, look, that's what I said. Start at the bottom. You got to learn. You got to learn how to do what you got to do, man. If you got to stand there, and I see a lot of brothers on the construction site, and if they riding cars going up and down the street, they standing there with that red stop sign, but they getting paid. You got to start. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something. You got to get a different hustle. Everybody can't sell drugs. Everybody can't be a rapper. Everybody can't be a stick-up kid.
I was about to say you can't even be a
You know,
stick-up kid no more.
you got to get it. It's too many people doing the same thing. That's the problem. It's like, man, look, I mean, how many rappers come out in a year? You might have about 200 new rappers that might come out in a year, and only about 10 of them get a chance to come out and make a second chance at another record. The other guys just been getting used. It's a revolving door, man.
Yeah, man. These dudes nowadays, some of the ones that do the smash and grab in the jewelry stores, they so silly. They get 3 or 4 carloads of dudes and run up in there and bust them glasses. And a jewelry store only be out of $40,000 or $50,000. Man,
And then
if you dudes don't go get some choppers and sit up in there and get all that jewelry up out of there, man, y'all crazy.
But then where you gonna take it? Because whoever you sell it to, they ain't gonna give you face value for it, and then
you ain't getting face value no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what. But I'm just saying, these guys are getting cheated, just like the guys that go out and steal cars. They go out and steal cars. Them younger generation, man, them guys are getting here's a couple of grand. You didn't give this sucker $100,000 car, and all he giving you is $2 grand, $5 grand for it. Come on, man. They're getting undercut on the resale.
Let me address a comment, then I'm gonna go back to my original, what I was talking about. Al said this is not the 90s for the most stealing is Mexican women and cosmetics, Kel. Listen, man, I'm not talking about the most. I'm talking about our local liquor stores, our local grocery stores. If you think I don't know what I'm talking about, then you obviously ain't in the hood. And I'm not saying you're not in the hood. I'm just saying just think a little bit. I know, because when I go to LA to the block, I know what goes on. I know why the liquor store in my hood changed over so many times. I also wanted to say, before KP threw me off, I want to say this. Not just stealing from the liquor stores, but these black, I'm going to just speak on Slauson, right in a few block area where I grew up. Now, the liquor store dude, he got tired of people stealing from him. He would hire black workers. He would hire dudes in the neighborhood to work for him. They would steal stuff. They would throw it over the gate in the back, the alcohol, the beers, and whatever else people wanted. So he ended up selling the store to some Asians. The Asians sold the store because everybody was stealing from them. The next Asian sold the store because everybody was stealing from them. We had a hamburger spot called Joe's Juicy Burger, best burgers in our community. Joe would sell candy that was stale, old candy. The wrappers was faded from the sun, and the old gum was so old you couldn't even chew the gum right. And then, because he was still popping, he just wasn't very popular. He still had good food, good French fries. Then he started smoking crack. He couldn't keep his business up, so he lost his business. This black cleaners across the street, they were doing really good. A lot of people started going to them, and guess what? All of the kids that helped work in there started smoking crack, so they shit went under. That's why I say we did it to ourselves. No, we didn't bring the drugs into the neighborhood, but we got addicted to the drugs, and that's how we started losing our businesses. Then you got people like me, and not just a few people, but a whole bunch of people like me. When your mother die or your father die, your parents die and leave you home, you don't have the money. You're not prepared to fix it up, to keep it. And so it's easier to sell and buy a new house for a lot cheaper. And that's what happened to our community, KP. That's why you see a lot of whites and Asians in our community now.
Yeah, well, that's 100% true. You know, I can't deny what you're saying is true. It's true, you know, and I do know quite a few black business owners from back in the day. A friend of mine, his father used to own a gas station, Chevron gas station up there on Normandy and Manchester, across the street from that famous Louisiana chicken right there. And but what happened was a lot of these guys just outright sold their businesses because these guys were coming there with briefcases full of money. It's like cash. So they like, well, hey, wait a minute, let me take this cash. But then they decided, well, after a period of time that they wanted to start another business. And when they went to get loans, the banks wouldn't give them no money. They wouldn't give them the loans to start a business again. So they were asked out. So a lot of cats left LA and went to Atlanta and started opening up businesses. And some of them are thriving pretty good down there.
Once again, they sold their businesses to buy.
They sold out. But it's kind of hard, man, if somebody come to you, man, with a briefcase full of hundreds and
they go back to our judgment. We made it that way. Nobody came with a gun and said, "Sell me your business."
Right.
And white people and these Middle Eastern and Asian people, they know damn well that how we are.
Right.
They know you could bring a person some money because they know we down on our luck, most of us. Man, and they know the ones that ain't down on their luck want the money so they can move up out of there.
Most black people spend $1.4 trillion a year combined nationwide in the United States. 1.4 trillion with a T, not billion. So we're the number one consumers in this country, but we don't make nothing. We don't make no products, and somebody standing on the corner selling incense, that ain't it. Right. It's like, I get upset with cats like Puffy and Jay-Z and all of them that's try to sell these different products that they're having made in China. I ain't buying that shit. So, and I sound hypocritical by saying what I'm saying, but why should I buy that? It got your name on it. Sure, you're a black man and you getting your stuff made in China when I know damn well you could have put a factory in Harlem. You could have put a factory in Watts. You could have put a factory in the United States and gave some black people some jobs, but you're following the same platform that the white guys are following. Give us some jobs.
The reason why is it's about income and profit. They not about their people. They about income and profit.
They could have had the shit made in Jamaica. Have it made in Jamaica. They'd have made it cheap too. You see what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes your own people can be your worst enemy. You think Puffy and them dudes is giving their artists a fair shake when it come to contracts? Hell no. They burning them. But they are billionaires.
Once again, it's about their profit.
It's about their income and the bottom line. It's about the bottom line and what they look like. And then it's also
Haiti. When I was a kid, Haiti used to produce a lot of stuff before China. It's somebody else too. I can't think of who it is though.
Mexico, Taiwan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Taiwan and Mexico. That's it.
When I was a kid, all the cheap shit was coming from Japan. And we used to have made in Japan, because the toys we got made in Japan, you play with them for 5 minutes and they would break up in the pieces. Shit was so cheap,
Man, Haiti. So, I used to buy shit. I used to buy toys from Haiti, man. I find one of them little newspapers and buy shit from Haiti. It used to come to the UPS truck. Yeah. And I used to be like, damn, this shit is real. Look at all this all these football men and games and crumbs, man. Crumbs.
You didn't got a whole box of shit for $2.
Man, $9. It was Christmas.
Yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying. This Christmas here is gonna be the worst Christmas for a lot of people in this country because of all this tariffs and all this shit that's going on right now. And the people are the ones that are paying the tariffs. Trump and his rich buddies that own all these factories and businesses are making a killing by jacking up all the prices on everything. They're making a killing right now. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer, and the middle class is disappearing.
Yes, sir. I've been saying that forever, man. Now it's evident.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'm gonna go, KP. My neck and my
Yes,
Jawbones are
sir.
starting to hurt.
All right, my brother. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man, it was good having you on, chopping it up with you, man.
Yep.
You got to do it
Yeah.
again soon, man.
Yeah, we can do it again, man. Anytime you want to do it, man, just send me the link and let me know.
All
Cause
right,
I gotta try to help you, man, to keep your channel rolling.
all right, for
Yeah.
sure. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right, everybody tuned in and watched this for an hour and a half. Me and KP Video News. Y'all have a good one, man. Good night.
Peace.